So, just like an infection spreads amongst the community and creates disease, I believe that health and wellness are as infectious as disease.
Hello guys, can you ask yourself a simple question? Why am I watching this video? Why did I open it when I saw it? It's because you want to learn something new, something you didn't know before. In this case, you want to learn how to manifest anything you want. And it's not even hard. The hardest part about it is to accept the fact that it's easy and to apply what you're about to hear. Dr. Joe Dispenza started to applying this in his hard times. Maybe you also have hard time in life, so you have to try something new. This doesn't cost you anything, and everybody can do it. Listen to Dr. Joe Dispenza and apply this knowledge. At least try it. Enjoy.
And when you get a community of people together and they start popping, and that happens, the last 2 week longs, I called my staff on the stage to witness what I was witnessing. They were in tears. When you witness that and you see what's possible, you begin to realize that we've all been hypnotized. All of this is to convince us that we're limited human beings, that we need something outside of us to make us feel better inside of us. And man, when you start grabbing onto this concept, that when the moment you start feeling no reason, and you're doing it from inside of you, and you start seeing the effects outside of you, you'll believe you're more of the creator of your life than less of a victim in your life. Because you say to a person, why are you so sad? Why are you so unhappy? They'll say, I'm unhappy because of my ex-husband, I'm unhappy because of the job. And what you're basically saying is that your outer environment is controlling how you think and feel, which means you're a victim. Yes, to your outer environment. But when you're regulating internal states independent of the conditions in your external environment, and your environment starts to shift and change, then you're going to realize that, oh my God, I'm never going to react to that person again, because the moment I do, I just return back to my past. And all of a sudden, people start getting it, and they start spiraling out of their lives into new lives. And it's happening more and more, and it's happening in a shorter amount of time because people are feeling more connected. So many people give their power away to a planet that's 93 million miles away, and they say the reason I have anxiety is because Mercury's in retrograde. Well, no, the reason you have anxiety is because you created anxiety because you kept selecting the worst case scenario in your future and emotionally embracing it and conditioning your body into the mind of fear. And the planet has nothing to do with it. And it's when people start realizing that they have the power to change. And we've all done this. Everybody has done something great in their life. And what do? You make up your mind. And you say, I don't care how long it takes time. I don't care how I feel body. I don't care what people think or what's going on in my life environment. I'm going to do this. And the decision becomes an experience that you never forget. And in that moment, you emotionally are giving your body a sampling, a taste of the future. And if you did it every day, your world's going to change. And I've been at this for a long time, and I can tell you that nobody changes until they change their energy. Nobody changes until they change their energy. And when you change your energy, you change your life. It's the law. And so then you got to be able to stay in that energy for an extended period of time with your eyes open in your day. And when you do, get ready, because you're going to have coincidences and synchronicities and opportunities that are equal to your energy. There's a vibrational match between your energy and that potential in the future, and you're not going anywhere to get it. Like Newtonian physics, dragging your body through space. You're in a vortex. You're drawing it to you. And when you start seeing those events happen, the energy you feel from that experience inspires you to create the next one. And all of a sudden, here we go. People are stepping out of those programs.
People ask, how do I feel a feeling of an experience that I haven't had yet? Well, think about this. The number one feeling that we feel when our life begins to change, or we begin to have feedback from our environment that what we're doing inside of us is producing an effect outside of us, the most common emotion that we feel is a love for life, a joy for existence, grateful, a real deep sense of gratitude. Now think about the emotional signature of gratitude. The emotional signature of gratitude means that something has already happened. When you receive something, or when you're given something, or you are in the process of receiving or have received it, you give thanks. So the moment you start feeling this emotion of appreciation and thankfulness, you will automatically say thank you, which means I've just received something. I'm acknowledging that I'm receiving it from you. So most people live their lives waiting for something outside of them to change how they feel inside of them. They're waiting for their new relationship. They're waiting for their new job. They're waiting for their new mystical moment to occur before they feel the emotions. So basically, they're spending the majority of their time waiting and not creating, living in lack, living in emptiness, living in fear, waiting for that external event to take away their emptiness or pain. That's the Newtonian model of reality, of cause and effect. Turns out, though, the moment you're feeling that lack, you tend to try harder and force and control and try to predict or manipulate the outer world, because you're doing everything you can because you're experiencing a separation or polarity from what you want. You're waiting for it to happen and not creating. So then, two things. When you combine a clear intention with an elevated emotion, a heart-centered emotion, not the emotions of survival that are anger and hostility and aggression and competition or hatred or envy or jealousy or insecurity or fear or anxiety or pain or suffering or guilt or shame. Those are derived from the hormones of stress. An elevated emotion is a heart-centered emotion. And a heart-centered emotion lacks polarity. This is the center of oneness. This is the center of wholeness. This is the union of opposites. This is our connection, our bridge to the quantum field. This is where we connect. So think about it. When you begin to feel a heart-centered emotion, what you're doing is you're falling in love with your life. So your body is your unconscious mind. It does not know the difference between an experience that creates an emotion and an emotion that you're creating by thought alone. Your body is believing it's living in that future reality in the present moment. Now think about this. The latest research on genes says the environment signals the gene. Well, the end product of an experience in the environment is called an emotion. So when you begin to embrace the emotion ahead of the actual experience, you're signaling the gene ahead of the environment. And now you're beginning to instruct and select new genes that make new proteins. And proteins are responsible for the structure and function of your body. So you're literally becoming your dream. You're literally becoming it. So when you feel that emotion, you tend to be less interested in looking around outside of you of how it's going to happen. If you're walking around conditioning your body every day to feel that emotion, that you're in love with yourself and you're in love with life and you're worthy to receive and you're open and you're inspired and you're optimistic and you're enthusiastic and you're feeling that emotion, you feel like your future has already happened. So you're less likely to feel lack or separation. Now think about this. Point number 2. Once energy makes it to the center and you feel gratitude, that center begins to produce a measurable magnetic field. That's a frequency, that's energy, and all frequency carries information. So now you can lay the thought of your new relationship on that frequency, and now you're broadcasting the whole new electromagnetic signature into the field. So then the longer you're conscious of that energy, the more you're calling your future to you. When this center is opened up, you're connected to the quantum field. So now you don't have to go anywhere to get it, to try to force it or control it or predict it. In fact, you're a magnet. You're collapsing time and space, and the event is being drawn to you, and it comes in synchronicities and serendipities and coincidences, opportunities. Now the antithesis is also true. The moment you feel angry because you're in traffic, the moment you judge your coworker because all of a sudden they push an emotional button, the moment you feel sorry for yourself, victimized or self-pity, you're now emitting a different energy. In fact, you're back to the energy of your past and you just disconnected from your future. So then people's dreams stay at arm's length from them. So people ask me all the time, well, how come my new relationship hasn't happened? And I tell them the same thing. Take out a piece of paper and write down everything you want in a new relationship, and then become that person. Because the question fundamentally is, would you go out with you? So if the answer is you're starting to love yourself so much that you no longer need another person, or you're no longer in lack, then you magnetize an equal. It just happens as a side effect. And it doesn't happen in ways that you can predict. It happens in different ways. So the emotions of gratitude, appreciation, thankfulness, a love for life, a joy for existence, worthy to receive, inspired and enthusiastic to be alive, looking forward and in excitement and anticipation to the unknown, staying in that energy without analyzing. That's the energy that allows the unknown to begin to occur. So what you're doing is you're teaching your body emotionally what that future feels like. And when you're in a state of gratitude, you're in the perfect state to receive the fruits of your efforts.